Detail on the first chord, the D minor 7 chord, you're going to need to hinge the second finger. It's going to need to bar 2 strings. So let's get comfortable with this. You're going to take your middle finger and press down the second string and the first string at the 8th fret. You can see that my bar is hinged, and I'm really in touch with the underside of the finger, making sure that it's barred. Okay? Make sure that when you practice this, you squeeze, release. The release is very soft. Okay? Can't say that enough. Don't sit and struggle with the chord. Just do it one time with ease. Like that. Then, after you have this in place at the 8th fret, bring the first finger to the 7th fret, the 3rd finger to the 9th fret. Stop. So what I'm trying to do right here is demonstrate to you how you practice any chord. You surround it with the space, okay? It's always living in this bubble. The chord is floating in space, just like our planet. So without getting too cosmic or metaphysical, really, practically speaking, it's always being aware of that relaxed, open space. Okay, let's play Fly Me to the Moon. 1, 2. 1, 2, here I go. I'm just going to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeating. So Theo, just a quick example of the Fly Me to the Moon chord solo. I gotta say, I had to stop there because I had a hard time feeling it at that slow tempo. When practicing this, I think perhaps a good approach would be to play it with absolutely no jazz at first, which was what I thought I was going to do, but I couldn't stop from jazzing it up. No jazz would be this. Just getting the chords together. Your hand is bouncing in between each voicing. Okay, notice how I'm playing the G minor 7 as well as the D minor 7. Let's take a look at the 4th chord of the song. It'll be on beat 4 of measure 1, D minor 7. You can see it there. It's first finger. I am covering these 2 strings with the 2nd finger and then using the pinky. You could also finger it like that if you want. Sometimes up the neck, it's easier just to use one finger there. See, the 2nd finger. Okay, so as you can see from this chord chart, D minor 7, and then there are 4 chord shapes. That's because those are all different versions of a D minor 7. Then G minor 7 is the next chord. It's labeled, and then it gives this, which is G minor 7 with an extra note on top. Another voicing of G minor 7, another voicing of G minor 7, and now C7, another voicing of C9, C7. Okay, so now we can go through it and actually analyze what these extra notes are. But for now, let's just not do that and instead make the hand float from chord to chord. Say legato. Trying to let the melody ring. There's a couple of points in this. When you look at the diagrams, you'll notice that they're X'd out chords. Let's take a look at the last line where it's A7. Okay, so from A7, let me demonstrate. See that? My thumb stopped on the first string. It's because the first string is X'd out. Okay, you can really get a lot of mileage out of just using the thumb. Of course, you could play this finger style. So all these things start to combine. You could strum it. So chord melody. Let's get the building blocks of it together. You see how I'm just blah, 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 just plodding through it, okay? Once you can do that, don't wait too long to do this, but start to add the music to it. It goes ba, 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 ba. So forth and so on. You'll soon find that the way you play it is your own interpretation. Alright, just a couple of other details. Let's go to the top of the second page. B minor 7 flat 5. Okay, now this is another funky bar chord. You have to cover all three strings at the at the 5th fret with the second finger. Okay, and then you put the first finger at the 4th fret. Yep. Then you're going to reach out with the pinky, play that. It's a little bit of a stretch, so the way you master this and any other stretch is to soften the thumb as you do it. Okay? The thumb is not lifting off. Don't lift it off, but it's very soft. So you have this, stretch the pinky out, 1 extra fret. See what I mean by 1 extra fret? Because if you were in 1 finger per fret position, your pinky would line up at the 7th fret. But it's not, it's going up to the 8th fret. But don't fret, no pun intended, because pretty soon you're going to soften up and go to E. Okay, so that's a little tricky passage, but it's a beautiful passage. It's worth hanging out with and getting. And then it moves to A minor 7 flat 5. Okay, Theo, thank you. I hope this was helpful. Now, I want to say that there's a lot more to cover with this. My intention with this video is just to give you a reference point to work with. Now, what I'm interested in us doing is me working with you on specific difficulties you might have. I might have some pointers on how to make it easier. Now, this transmission, me just doing it to you in this video, it's difficult for me to know where your hand is at. So practice this for a while, and then let's get together and I can help you with more specific movements, okay? Once again, the process, as you probably know I'm going to say, is very light, opening up to the space in between each chord. You know, when you can play it in slow motion with a relaxed breath and just relaxed presence of body, the rest of it will start to flow, okay? Pretty soon you'll be able to do little bits of it faster, and then you start to glue it together. But pay attention to all the little details in slow motion, and you will be sure to find your way into it. Alright, Theo, I look forward to getting together again sometime soon. Let me know when you'd like to have another Skype lesson, a one-on-one type of lesson, or one of these lessons where I make a video for you. Thanks for being so patient with me. Really appreciate it. And yeah, well, welcome back from all your travels, and look forward to talking sometime soon. Thanks again, Theo.